Welcome back to my Across New Horizons. I'm Dear Shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today? Well, we've had an update because we are now on 2.0.1. What's a new update? I don't know actually. This is a thing you can search up because I only recently found out about the New Horizons wiki. I think keep like patch notes because of course Nintendo is not going to send out patch notes. Have you seen my Pokemon Unite patch notes? Person has been changed. Okay, 2.0.1. Free update, fixed an issue. Sure. Coconut juice items will not appear under the miscellaneous tab. Okay. Flowing river flowing item will not. Okay, so it just seems like it's a load of issues. It's just a load of bug fixes, which makes sense because it doesn't seem like a major update. But anyway, hey everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 4:53 PM on Friday, November 12th, 2021. You know, I heard Flick is taking time off here in Fawnhollow. He loves our bugs so much. If you have any to share with him, I know it'd make his time here extra special. And with that, I'll go back to working, supporting you and your enjoyment of our island. It's very nice that Isabel has actually announcing who's visiting, and since it is Flick, this is someone who we do want to talk to because we do want to get all the bug whatchamacallit, the bug models. You know what I just realised? In Happy Home Paradise, I haven't been customising their homes when I've been redoing them. I actually completely forgot that was something you can do. So, you know, maybe I'll be doing that. You know, I was going to be like, someone remind me to do it next time I'd make someone Happy Home Paradise, but it's not like you can particularly remind me all that well. Okay, what do we have free of? You might be like, hey, are you singing Fallout Boy? No, I'm singing Tom's Diner. There's an interesting story where I sung. No, hold on. What it was, I was talking to my friend Benedict, and I was singing a song. Oh baby, I like it like that. I like it like that. And if you were like, oh, are you singing that song by Cardi B? Like, I don't know what it's called. I like it like that, I guess. And you'd be like, the answer is no. Hold on. Think fast, man. You ever buy something for a friend, we get a good workout with them, go and completely forget to give. Oh no, we've had this before. I thought I was something different for a second. You might be like, are you singing Cardi B's I Like It Like That? No, I am singing. I think his name's Pete Rodriguez. I Like It Like That from 1960s. So I sang that, and Benny, you know, my friend, because I'm known for not really knowing all that mainstream sort of songs. I kind of like hear songs like years after they come out or whatever. Because I just don't really keep up with pop songs or anything like that. By the way, we should probably clear this out. I don't know how long things have just sort of been piling up in here, but luckily not too many things have been all the way up in here. But we'll get all of these out of here, then we'll probably just sell the majority of them. And he was surprised. He was like, oh, you know that song? And I was like, yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't know that song. I mean, I was confused because I was like, why does Benny know this random song from 1960s that I know? So we were both sitting, well, we were both talking to each other, being like, how does this other person know the song? Despite the fact it seems like a song that we wouldn't know. And, you know, we were both just like, oh, you know what? I guess everyone's surprised each and every day. Until later we found out. I can't remember how exactly we found out, but he was like, oh, you're singing that Cardi B song. And I was like, what Cardi B song? And that's how we found out that Cardi B sampled that song, which, you know, it's not like it's an illegal thing to do or anything. It's just, it's actually quite common now, I believe, in the music industry, for resamplings and things like that, especially things which leave, which enter public domain, which I'd imagine 1960s is probably in public domain by now, unless, I don't know. I'm not sure how it works with music, because, you know, Mickey Mouse is never entering a public domain as things go. A Babloid. Is it the one that's making that, like, whistle noise? Oh my god, look at his face. That's adorable. And we got a straight up a W of gyroids here. Okay, so we're going to have a run around and look for Flick. Oh yeah, all of these look like they're fully grown. We'll sort of just leave them for now. We don't particularly need to harvest them. I don't think until we start actually getting into cooking. Again, we need to check people's houses for recipes and that sort of thing. But yeah, it happened again with Tom's Diner, except for when we found out more immediately, where I was like, which is also not sponsored. What was it? Sampled by Fallout Boy in their song. Hold on. No, I can't remember. This is a Google question because I don't know off the top of my head. Fallout Boy, Tom's Diner. Centuries. That's it. Remember me for centuries. But this time I actually knew the song Centuries, so it wasn't as confusing. But I know that was Tom's Diner. You know? Well, maybe you don't. I suppose it's kind of a point of it. I don't know. I don't even know what that woman's name is who sang it originally, but she sings it like a cappella. And I know there's a remix of it, which apparently was really popular. I never even heard a remix of it, and no, not before Fall Out Boy like sampling. There's an actual like remix of it, which is apparently the more popular version, but I only ever heard the original. I don't know how I've ever heard it, but I just did at some point, and that's what stuck in my head. And it's interesting to see these old songs sort of be resampled over and over again, because it's happened quite often, isn't it? A lot of popular songs nowadays by popular modern artists have been like rehashed songs over and over again. Like, didn't it? Wait, is it like Dolly Parton's Jolene is a like remade song, or is it the other way around? Hold on. Jolene, maybe it's not Jolene, but it's some Dolly Parton song, I think. Oh yeah, Miley Cyrus sang it. Wow, this was in 1973. Jolene. Also, apparently there's like 300 new recipes in this game, including cooking recipes, mind you, and we haven't gotten all that many of them. But other used to see Jolene. Hold on, Jolene song by Hey Ocean. No, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't Jolene. It was different. Song we sort of like. I'm not sure if rehashes is a particularly right word, but redos of these songs and samples. I always think back to the I Like It Like That. I don't even know why I know that song, to be honest. Is it Pete Rodriguez? Hold on. Let's see if I remember that correctly. Pete Rodriguez. Is this like sometimes, you know? You know what I think? Hold on. Is it Pete Rodriguez? I Like It Like That 1967? Yeah. I mean, it's because I think, you know, I tend to remember songs pretty well, so songs get kind of stuck in my head, whatever, no matter what they are. And the older they are, the more likely I am to randomly hear them, because I don't go out seeking these sort of songs, so I tend to not randomly... Oh, just turned 5 o'clock. I know there was a cuckoo clock up there. Wait, hold on. What did you give? Oh, you gave me the cookie thing, didn't you? I say yes. Oh, what was I saying? I actually immediately forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I tend to remember songs pretty well. So, you know, the older the song is, the more likely to have heard of that point, and then it'll get stuck in my memory forever, I suppose. What if it's newer? You know, if it's only a couple of months old, I'm not going to go out seeking it or searching for it particularly. You know, I don't listen to any radio stations or anything like that. I don't, you know, I mean, it's been a long time since I've gone out to like a modern store, like a clothing store where I play those sort of things. So perhaps it's just less chance I'll even hear it in the first place. Which is why I was talking about this. I think the most recent song that has been released, which I know, is Stay by Justin Bieber, featuring Kid, I don't even know his name, Kid Lasso, something like that, Kid L something, which by the way is a very catchy song. I don't know how I've heard that one either, but you know, I like it, I guess. It's a bit difficult talking about mainstream pop, well, which is mainly what I talk about. I know basically, like, if you think I don't know much about mainstream pop, I know essentially nothing about every other genre. You know, who's big in rap scene? I don't know, rock, metal, Amelia's not home. Oh, he's home. Apollo wasn't home, was he? Should have probably had a look over. I just want to find someone cooking something so we can get some new chef recipes. So we only got Raymond, Phoebe. Oh, someone dropped an item. We still haven't found Flick yet, which is a bit weird. I picked up a lost item. I should probably reunite it with its owner. Who dropped an item? That sounds like a Rowan or a tank. Do we think it's Rowan? Do we think it's tank? Who are you betting on? Place your bets, Rowan or tank. I'm gonna bet it's Rowan's. I don't know if we've seen Rowan. Was Rowan in his own tank? Was it in his own? Wasn't he? Oh, we can't talk to people now because we got this damn. Oh, you know what we can totally do? We can just drop this item outside. Oh, we can't drop them anymore. Why? We have to just keep holding it until we find it. All right. The trees are slowly turning orange. Oh, you know what we should do at some point? It's probably actually build some bridges across our island. I said I was going to do it ages ago, like build a bridge here. Well, there's meant to be one, but I just never did it. Hello, Phoebe. What are you thinking about? Alright, see you, Phoebe. Who cares what you're thinking about, I suppose? No, what's up, Phoebe? Let's go. No, we got to keep let's go. You worry too much because it's awesome. I don't know, yeah, it stays... Wait, is it Kid Larry? That sounds right. Whoa, you're drinking coffee. That's a new thing you're holding. I do the same thing I told you I never would. Ah, Everyone who bet on Tank, you've been rewarded. It was in fact Tanks, not ruins. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. I told you I'd change, even though I know I never could. Now that I can't find nobody else as good as you. Where is Flick? I want you to stay. I want you to stay. What? Isabel, do you just like lie to us? Where's Flick? Is there somewhere we haven't walked on the island? I swear we've walked all over the island. Where's he gone? Is he just like perfectly walking around to avoid us? At which point I just got to give him kudos, if anything, because that's marvellously well timed. Anyway, what I've been up to today? So, I have been drawing the Ori and the Will-o'-the-Wisps Fawnhallow. Spoilers about the next series, because Celeste finished in the most recent episode 77, I think. If I recorded it, I recorded it like a month ago, so I honestly don't remember. It was a very weird episode, if I remember. Like I talked about really random things in it, as far as I can recall. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Who knows? Question mark. But yeah, I'm drawing it now. It's a bit last minute because I was working for the past few days on a little present for one of my friends who had a birthday yesterday, also known as Pocky Day. Apparently, in like Korea or Japan. Now I think about it, it'd be Japan because Pocky is Japanese and it's pepperoni in Korea, isn't it? Well, basically, by the way, Pocky Day / Pepperoni Day or whatever is also basically just like another Valentine's Day, as far as I know, except for you just give them Pocky. And it's because 11/11, it looks like sticks of Pocky. If you don't know what Pocky is, sorry, I probably should have explained it. It's basically a biscuit stick dipped in chocolate. Very tasty and a very like deceivingly light snack. Because, you know, it's, you know, you'd eat like a ton of them. You eat them like popcorn, I suppose. Well, not necessarily, but they're very tasty. And I wish they were more of a thing. Well, they are a thing here in the West. They call it Mikado or something, aren't they? It's always interesting what the brandings are. And oh, there you are, Flick. What? Didn't we walk through here? Maybe we didn't. It's always interesting to see how the different branding and naming conventions go across in different countries. And that sort of thing. Oh, also, you know, a side note if you didn't realise that I found out about is if you try to give Flick a home and happy in paradise, he'll only do it if CJ's allowed to move in as well. So you can only make a double home with him and CJ, which I think is very adorable. But yeah, yesterday was Pocky Day, Pepper Day, where you give some Pocky or Pepper to a loved one. And then I think it's basically just a Valentine's Day, or you also give it to good friends. I don't know. It's just like close relationship day or something. But it's also one of my friend's birthdays, so that's what we were working on. But yeah, so I didn't really have all that much time to do the thumbnail art, so that's what I'm working on now. I can give you, I'm not going to give you a sneak peek or anything, but I'm looking at it now. I've done Ori. This was a weird one. I guess I can talk about this because I talked about it before. What the thumbnail arts in my mind are sort of like promotional, like photo shoots, I suppose, of the Deo character, who I sometimes call D, if I remember. Where basically D is posing in a photo shoot promotion for like the game or something like that, you know, so that's why it looks like she's dressed up in a costume for all of them, but she's still very much herself. But Ori and the Blind Forest Will-o'-the-Wisp is a bit different, because I was like, I don't really know how to draw D in this one. Because obviously, Ori, if you don't know, he's like this tiny white sort of like forest spirit creature, which is very different, because for one, he's not wearing any clothes, he's not like got a costume on or any like defining features like that. Sorry, defining like outerwear. It's all literally oh, this is a different season. This is summer, right? Or maybe spring. Yeah, this is a different season. That one, cool. Also, there's recipes. Oh no, it's summer. Yeah, very good. You got summer conscious and everything. There's recipes on these islands, so we should definitely pay attention to them. See if they've got anything different. But we already know these, so much of that. Yeah, they're always like photo shoots in my mind, but when I was, you know, it's a bit difficult with Ori because he's not wearing clothes or anything like that. He just is a character. he just is like white fur from head to toe. So I'm just like, I don't really know how to represent it. So, you know, I played around a bit before I started recording, trying out some different things, and I settled basically on what I was going to do is just make D look like Ori, but kind of like she's wearing gloves and like you know, like boots or whatever to change her legs and that sort of thing. But as I've been drawing it, I was like, that looks bad. just make D went under some weird transformation where she's turned completely and looks like Ori. entirely by wearing clothes. So yeah, while I could get away with not wearing, with like creating outfits of some of the other ones, which is similar like this, like Snakebird, like Dee's wearing like she's wearing like a long turtleneck, and in Fez she's wearing just like a white outfit with Fez on. This one I think was less definitively something which you could turn into a costume properly. So I don't know, I guess she's wearing like an entire mascot costume or something. And this is not me being like, oh, I think it looks bad. I think it looks fine, if anything. I think it's just a bit different. And honestly, I kind of already did it before with Talos Principle anyway. Because the Talos Principle, it's kind of like she's wearing robot plating, which doesn't really make sense in the first place either. So I guess now this is me sort of being like, oh, you know, maybe I should be a bit more flexible when I draw these thumbnail arts. It doesn't have to be always this dear character wearing the exact same outfit that main character is. That's a freedom you have when you're drawing things when it's not an actual photo shoot, is you can actually like morph and transform a character as you see fit. I'm not sure if obviously I'm not going to do that for every situation, but it works better in some things where I was like these transformative ones. Like maybe I could have done it with Bugsnax, but Bugsnax, I don't know. Whenever they got clothes, I think it's always better to draw them as wearing clothes. But in this case, you know, Ori is a rare situation where they don't wear clothes, and it's like a almost, but we're not like entirely different enough for me to be like, oh, I can't just like, I'll just completely ignore the character shape when I'm drawing D in the first place, like I could with Snakebird. So it's not just like it's a weird in between. But honestly, I think it looks fine so far. I'm drawing D, I'm in the process of drawing the owl, which I don't know how good it's going to be about drawing the owl, because the owl has a lot of feathers and I don't want to draw those feathers, but you know, you just got to at some point. But yeah, it's all like also because I want to actually mesh with the art style that the target game has. But Ori's art style I don't think would... basically, if I drew D as if she was just like wearing an outfit or clothes to look like Ori, I think it would look weird, to be perfectly honest. I guess the way to imagine it would be like, what if you tried to cosplay the character, what would you do? You know, if a character is so far removed from like a humanoid thing in the first place, like Snakebird, like you would just sort of do an abstraction of it. But Ori is sort of like, it's kind of here and there, which makes it a bit more awkward. Also, Harriet, what are you doing here? Oh, welcome. Take your time here, sugar. You got no more hairstyles for us? This is all of them? Well, I guess we should change our hairstyle back to something that we actually want. Wait, hold on. What did you just say? I didn't even pay attention. Something about the archipelago. You know, but this is where you, because we're recording, we can open up the video again and find out. Ah, don't listen to me. Do not perceive me and see what Harvey said. The studio's open now, so feel free to get in there. Well, the studio's always open, isn't it? Hold on. What did he say? I mean, you can just go back and pause, but unfortunately, I don't have that privilege. It's a fake one, but we'll buy it anyway. Just because statues are kind of useful. Hey, but welcome back to Harv's Island, or is it technically Archipelago? Studio's open now. Okay, I don't know why he had something specific to say about that, but there you go. I am going to regret these battles. Crazy Red, I must say, do you have like a lower percentage chance to come with a legitimate item or not? Because you've come with fake items, like you haven't you sold like 2 legitimate paintings? Statistically, you're in the clear for now, but you know, I've got my eye on you. Oh, are these seasonals? Like, do you only sell new starts at the change of the seasons? That makes sense. I never really considered that. Hello, Corner. I'm looking lively, but I would like you to put some stuff away in my storage for me. And then we'll just head on over to Happy Home Paradise and start decorating something else entirely. Twinkling painting, we probably should have checked if we actually have it or not, because I don't recall, but I think we do. Put all this stuff away, get up a Mr. Flamingo, mug, sauna heater, weeds, poncho style sweater, everything else can be sold. You know what would be cool is if, wrong button. Corner could also, or Tortimer I suppose, could also sell things if we give it to him. Give it to me, I'm worth it. Okay, well there's nothing we need to do on Photopia anymore, unfortunately. Harriet only... have we had 6 hairstyles from Harriet? That might be right. I think there's a mirror over at Happy Home Paradise. So we'll go over there and change our hairstyle back to whatever it was before. Maybe we'll try something different? I don't know. I don't even... What hairstyle do we even have before? I don't remember. Oh well. But yeah, basically after I finish recording this, I'm just going to go back to finishing Ori and the Blind Forest thing. yeah, I mean that's about it. It's not particularly exciting or anything like that, and I think Ori was a fun game. I recorded 2 episodes ages ago, so I need to hop back into it. I haven't done much recording apart from Animal Crossing for ages, but here we go. Hey Kitsy, you should say hi to Lottie when you can. I remember your name. Gigi, I think? Yes, if I'm doing this right, I really would need a vacation home, or 2, wouldn't I, Ribbit? You are, hold on, you're like one of the new ones, aren't you? You're like a sisterly villager. Megan, getting away to a place like this one and while it's important, helps you forget the bust out of everyday life. You have giant eyes. Also, we can see Claude here. Sounds real nice. It'd be real nice if I had a vacation here, hop along. I wonder if there's a higher percentage chance of previous villagers coming to Happy Home Paradise. Because we've had one every single time almost. Pango, right? Gotta play on the beach, buy some souvenirs, eat something yummy, and then I need more time. I didn't know you were Peppy. I thought you were Snooty. You are, hold on, I'm closing my eyes. You start with C, no, sorry, no, C, S, right? You're like Sylvia or something. Tasha, never mind. There are a number of islets around here. Some folks just go, oh, Sylvia's a kangaroo, I think about it. Some folks just go on small islands, but I find that gauche. You also look different from what I remember in this game compared to previous games. Oh yeah, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make a school. I forgot we have, services or whatever. What the? What? What the heck's going on? I simply can't thank you enough for your work here. You've been marvellous there. I don't suppose you appreciate a small token of my appreciation, would you, Brumph? I hear they only give you floors, walls, and rugs. Which is interesting. I love a ceiling that's going on. Resort Life's turned out to be something real special. Anywho, what brings you here? How are things? I like Yard quite a bit, but the maintenance is a mite more than I would have preferred. But honestly, that's a small price to pay for my own slice of magnificence. I don't even know what your yard looks like. I forgot it. Hello, just, you know, checking in, make sure everything's cool. Everything's copacetic, as I might say. Isn't copacetic one of those words which has different definitions of American usage and the British usage or something? And like American usage, it's like everything's fine and copacetic. But like the British usage, it's the opposite. Hold on. How do you spell copacetic? Oh, it's with a C. Interesting. In excellent order. Everything very satisfactory. Maybe it's not. I thought maybe it wasn't copacetic. Maybe it's a different. Fine, completely satisfactory. I thought this had a different definition. In different places. I don't know. Hi, dear, good to see you. Do we want any of us? I wanna swing from the chandelier. What is this? It's a theremin. Oh, I don't know if theremin look like that when it's on full on tape. I've only seen tiny theremin. Hold on. Let's change our hairstyle, and perhaps we have even more clothes which we can use for our uniform now. I don't know. Yes, there is in fact a mirror up here. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Why do we have an odd number of hairstyles? Are we missing one? Like, this isn't a bad one. Maybe this is a hairstyle we'll roll for now. I often do put my hair in buns sometimes, so it's not too outrageous. This is, yeah, edit work uniform. Is it something we can change ever so slightly? Like we could put the moo on, you know, change things up a bit. Do we want different headgear? Hibiscus flower. Accessories, always. Socks. Well, you don't wear socks and sandals, don't be outrageous. Basic pumps. Oh, look at this, we can be far more stylish. Hold on, we need like summery pumps. It's not an option. Business shoes. Do we have these in a different colour? Embroidered, ooh. Faux fur. What are some of these choices? Why would you wear a faux fur one? I guess if it's winter. Probably changes. Boots? Nah. Alright, let's stick with pumps. Let's try and be, let's look super professional. Honestly, I kind of like the hat. Yeah, let's rock it. Let's get changed as well. Let's do some work. Let's try and do the facilities. In Happy Home Paradise. Oh, no, we had to talk to Lottie to do it. What? We can't just get changed in the locker. But wait, we had to do it on the first day, but we don't have to do it anymore. Weird. Oh, I didn't actually realise you had different, like, animations and stuff. I'm ready to work. and get the whole world working. Get like out there. So how do we do the school thing? Do we just go up to it and just like walk inside and be like, yo, I want to turn this into a school? I don't know what this is. I also do want to see what sort of thematics everyone has, because they might go away tomorrow. What do you want, Claude? Every day would be so much fun if I had a home arcade. That sounds cool. Ultimate beauty salon. Just plenty of orange, just like your eyes. Your eyes are pretty orange. A piercing orange, one might say. Well, Claude sounds pretty fun. I could be stage ready at any time with my own green room. You want to live in a green room and not a stage? I'd be thrilled with a dreamy style for pastel colours. Those all sound very nice, but we're going to go to the school. It looks like the door's locked. Oh, wait, we can't? Was this not a thing? Didn't... I swear... Or maybe we had to do more things first. Oh well, I don't know. Well, we'll do Claude, because, of course, as an ex-Fawnhollower, you jump to the top of the list, even though if you don't recognise me. I really wish they recognised us. Even if you just reset them to like their basic clothes and that sort of thing again, just be like, oh hey dear, I didn't know you worked here or something like that. That'd be awesome. This is neat. So I was thinking it'd be nice if my vacation home was kind of like this. A home game hideaway. That sounds fun. Let's do it. Yeah, that's very nice. I really like your concept. Alright. So, okay, maybe we have to do a few more customizations before we're allowed to do facilities. Okay, where do we want an arcade to be? These are all very, like, industrial areas. Sorry, industrial based, whatchamacallits, concepts. So perhaps we should just put them in plain areas, you know, like one of these. So we don't have to think about the outside decorating as much, because it doesn't make much sense to give them as a bigger outside decoration space, I suppose. Like, we just put it here, or here, nah. Here, no, save the really nice ones for a theme which I think fits it better. IMO. We could just do it here. Let's just do it here. You could be neighbours to Bruce. It's a plain old location. Well, that spot looks cool. I can't wait to get there, hop along. Now, Claude, we found an excellent location, but you have to see it. As per usual, let's go to the site. I will make Claude your ideal arcade home. I guess the mechanics are more of a slow burn, and I wonder when we can start actually decorating our facilities. Oh yeah, last time I forgot we learned how to scrub things, right? Whether we want to do that much or not is, I suppose, up to us when we're here in Claude's place. But we'll make a lovely little arcade. Arcades are super fun. Japanese arcades. If you ever get the chance to go to Japan, which, you know, I understand is not exactly particularly feasible, just saying it like that, but they're super fun. These sort of Japanese arcades. Okay. Again, this is another one which could definitely benefit from being a lot larger. Gaming stations. Oh my god. There's so many. Oh wait. Interesting how there's 3 different, like, arcade games, but it's not like you just customize them to play it. A security camera? Club wall. Interesting. Rubber tile flooring. Party flooring. Okay, as always, starting with wallpaper I think is a good idea. Do any of these fit it particularly bad at circus? Ugh, no. Purple puzzle. Cute, but that's not really the style of arcade I'm going for. I guess club works best. It doesn't really make much sense. But I don't think there's a better option here. We don't have many dark wallpaper options. I mean, we've got this, but it's a bit too regal for an arcade, isn't it? Okay, we'll stick with club. Now the question is, do we want rubber tile? Or do we want marine pop? Nah. Perhaps something just monochromatic works. Honestly, yeah, I think monochromatic. We can save the other ones for something which needs it a bit more out there. Okay, so what we need to basically get in every single gaming paraphernalia in here. So, foosball table? Yes. These? Yes. Capsule machine? Yep. Pinball machine? Of course. We've already got... How many crane games can we even have? We've got quite a few. Okay, what colour scheme should we pick? Blues and blacks, maybe? So let's get 3 of those. We'll get 1 of each of these. We'll get a dartboard. This is a lot of things. Okay, so at the back, you know, there's always these sort of like lines of claw machines. That's what we got. What are we going to do with this? And the arcade machines here. Oh, you know what they always do? They always do it like this. This is going to be crowded. Which I guess kind of makes sense for an arcade, but... Oh, maybe we should do it like this. Hold on. Let's, just move these three across over here. No, you know what? Let's rotate these. I'm trying to think where to put the dartboard. So it wouldn't be like a... dangerous. I guess here might be okay. And then we could put a gumball machine next to it. I think we're going to go for a blue and red colour scheme. Maybe just blue, I don't know. Because these we want to duplicate, right? Because these you want to fight opposing players in them. That's kind of the point of them. In the first place. I also realised I'd put them on the wrong thing. Ah! Put that away. You know, this is like quite the common step when it comes to especially competitive arcade games. They're always like laid out like this. We want a lot of these. So you can sit down and play them. This, I guess, will sort of just be like here. I guess some of these could be outside. We can have an outside arcade as well, because there's definitely not enough room for this over here. Okay, what's another small sort of thing we can fit in here? Like some of these will definitely have to be outside. An outside arcade. Honestly sounds like a really bad idea, but still. What's this fighting game? Maybe we can just sort of duplicate these like this. Oh yeah, well hold on. Instead of duplicating it, why don't we not just directly put it against the wall? This is going to be like one of the quickest customizations. Wait, how do you reach the middle one? The back middle one? I didn't think about this. Good point. You have to do it like this. You have to sort of slide in. We need like a cash machine, you know, but one of those things where you get change. A change machine, that's it. A steel trash can? I guess a trash can makes sense. You don't want people littering stuff. And we basically have no more room. So I think outside is where we had to do the other sort of gaming setups. Oh, you know what? I kind of changed my mind. I feel like this stuff should all be outside stuff. The inside stuff should be like the home gaming setup, right? So we're going to get rid of all of that. Do these have to be inside or do they have to be outside as well? Or can they be outside? I'm not sure. Hold on. This is a good thing to test actually. Can we put these outside? There's a controversial decision where we're actually starting with the outside now. And trying to get all the arcade things in. So the outside is going to be the arcade. The inside is going to be like the home gaming setup. So does it count if I use these outside? It does. Okay, perfect. So I'll put this over here. This is where you're going to get like, I don't know, this over here can be the gaming row. So let's get one each of these. RGB. Put it in that order. Does it need to be in that order? No, but that's what we're doing. This is actually a really big plot of land. I didn't notice this until just recently, i.e. just now. I wonder if we should be like we should arrange these vertically instead. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I'm kind of more convinced of a vertical. So we do this. Leave one space there, two spaces there. So then everything should be up here. I wish we could rotate multiple things at once. So we're just going to have a huge line of all these arcade machines. Because that's what it's all about. These are going to be so noisy. It's going to be so noisy living here. But you know, if that's what you want, Claude, that's what you want. The customer is always right, as they say. Oh, hold on. We want to leave one space there. I forgot at the end. Just so you know, you can sort of slide on by, should you need to. I wish we could put rugs on outside so we can put like a bit of flooring underneath this to make it feel a bit more reasonable. By the way, Claude's probably going to be happy about this in the first place. 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, we should have seen what colour do we actually want this to be? Red, grey or blue? Why don't we go for blue? Because we went for red quite a few times in our previous decorating styles. Let's go for a blue coloration this time. So we've got this here. Is that right? Duplicate, 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 duplicate. Look at that, shortcuts. Apparently I put one of them away or something. There we go. Maybe we should decentralize it a little bit, like give it a bit more room to breathe. Like this, and then we can put bins back in. What kind of trash cans you got? Blue? Do you have a blue one? This kind of looks more like a post box, doesn't it? No flammable. Bottles and cans? Plastics. Oh, we can make it like a recycling joint. Oh, cool. Oh, what colours do we often use? Like, bottles and cans is green, right? I think. Well, at least in my mind it's green. So we'll make a green one. For bottles and cans, because that's what people are definitely going to be drinking. And then we'll duplicate it. And we'll make a general waste one. Which will just be blue. Just, not flammables. Non-flammables. No. Plastics. Miscellaneous garbage. Sure. And then we'll duplicate one of those each. Honestly, I kind of don't like a green one. So instead, we're just going to stick with a blue one. Isn't this too blue? Isn't everything too blue? Maybe instead we should make these black, because they're kind of like part of the... They're meant to be part of the background. Wrong button. You're not really meant to notice them as much as you currently do. This place is real big. Alright, get some black in there. Perfect. Okay, now we want this area to be like refreshments near the house, I think. So we'll get a drink machine, we'll get a candy machine. It's not really a refreshment, I suppose, a snack machine. This would be a perfect place to grab a few refreshments that you so desire. We'll duplicate them each. Actually no, we duplicate them and then we scatter them about. So we put like another drink machine over here. Duplicate this, put another snack machine over here. Excuse me, would you... There we go. Customize it to hold different things. Oh, maybe we should go black and blue and silver. That's a much better idea. Oh, fencing. I didn't even think about what fencing we could use. I just want some like different colour schemes going on, because we've used red and black so often. It feels a little bit like restrictive at this point. So come blue and silver advertisement panel. Water. Obviously you need soda. Cute. No. Sale. Monster energy drink. Buy it now. That's what gamer fuel is. So it's what we need to advertise. Oh, but this one could be different. Why not? Orange juice. Let's get some claw machines, I think, going over here. Oh yeah, we can have like a counter. Like this is where you go to get your drinks in the first place. Like a receptionist. Can we customize this to be a bit more silver and blue? Well, that's the wrong shade of blue. White and brown is None of these particularly fit. I mean, I guess we can roll with this. Make sure we give this person a chair as well. A cool chair. Ugh. The buttons just keep getting messed up in my head when I do things. Okay, silver and blue, silver and blue. Yeah. This is going to be where, I don't know, the person who runs a business will sit. You always got these just to sort of tempt you as soon as you enter the room. Wait, we need to customize this so it's no longer red. Or like a blue one, please. Thank you very much. Everything's very blue. perhaps everything's too blue. Can we make this silver instead? Nope. It's only blue. Okay, let's get some claw machines up in here. Not this colour though. What colours you got? Blue and white. Oh my gosh, stop pressing the wrong button, me. So I'll put this here, we'll put this here. I suppose we could do... You know what we should have done? We should have alternated these stool colours, so they're not just all blue. Blue and grey. Put this away, put this away, put this away. You know what? Offset them. No, keep them the same because then the games match up. Very complicated interior designing. You got to have a right balance of colours. Everything was just looking a little bit too blue for my liking. I suppose that also means we could have two different sort of bins, one blue, one silver, but I'm not really here about that. This is too big to be here, so I think we should perhaps put candy machines in the corner. I guess small snacks. And drinks and concessions, I suppose you buy from the person over there in the first place. Or it's the person you go to if you need help. Oh my god, I keep pressing the wrong button. So you do this. You put this here. Duplicate. Duplicate. You got it facing the other way around now. I guess as soon as you enter, you can get popcorn, which is, you know, quite quick to get some popcorn. You would have thought, but hey ho, if that's what you're into. Get another bin over here. I think that makes sense. What the heck? Put another bin over here. Maybe another snack machine. Hopefully it's not too in the way of the house. Oh gosh, I just moved the house. Oh yeah, customize the house. I told you to remind me. Did you remind me? Thank you if you did. But we're going to customize this house. What will fit the sort of modern style we got? There's not enough space. Okay, keep it small. Keep it small. I guess this. We'll go for a blue striped roof. We'll go for some silver, greyish paneling. Do we have a bit of a brighter one? No, that looks a bit too homesy, doesn't it? Yeah, something like this, but like grey. Why is there no grey option for this? It's just beige. I guess beige is... The beige is kind of grey. It's not really. Oh, good. Not bad. How about this? No. Give me a grey door. A grey common door. It's a very sort of like greenish grey, I'm not going to lie. Blue symbol? Okay, we'll roll that, because I don't know what else I'm going to do. Nothing else really fits. Customize this? Can we make it like silver? Is that better? You can't even see that. That just blends in. What if we make it blue? That's a wrong blue. That's like cyan. Right, get rid of this. Alright, good enough. What other sort of things can we put around here? The outside arcade. Okay, let's see what we have access to that we'd want to put outside. Large magazine racks? I think magazine racks might make sense. Put it near the entrance. If you want a membership card or something like that. And then you can hide another like trash can behind here. Can we customize these? What can we customize these with? Dark wood, ivory. Ugh, none of these are going to really fit. I guess ivory makes more sense. No, that's the wrong button. Surprised there's no more varied option. This looks a bit weird back here, doesn't it? Maybe we need more lighting out here. Isn't it going to be really dark? Capsule Toy Machine. We definitely need one of these somewhere. You always put these next to a bin. So I guess we'll put this here. So you can grab one. And then throw away the capsule toy immediately into the bin. That's why there's always so many of them. Near bins. Okay, I think that kind of fine. What else can we put out here that we particularly want? Ooh, pinball machines. Football table we can put inside, so that's not a really big deal. Oh, you know what? We can do a dartboard back here instead of a bin. Just be careful if you're over here, I suppose. I'm not sure we're going to really have... Oh, we can't customize this. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, what if we put the pinball machine? Is it, the pinball machine's 2 spaces, right? Oh, no, it's 1. It would feel really sad playing a pinball machine here. I think we've got to get rid of those. Put the pinball machine here. Get another capsule machine and put it over here. Or perhaps maybe just line the capsule machines up on the back of this. No, maybe get rid of this one and put the pinball machine here. I'm just trying to think where things should be. It's very difficult. Maybe get rid of this capsule machine and replace it with a bin. No, we already got a bin over there. Okay, you know what? Actually, yes, I agree. We do this and we move this over here. I say agree. You might not have even said anything. We might have said something completely contradictory. And then what? I don't know. Okay, so the football table can be inside, so can the TV, so can the game consoles. I think a fire extinguisher kind of makes sense to put somewhere, doesn't it? Be a bit of a safety hazard otherwise. So can all the snacks, so can the Scalextrics track. And the gaming setup, okay. We'll put a fire extinguisher here, and maybe we should lay out some paths or something. What's this popcorn machine doing here? Alright, get rid of the popcorn machine. Let's lay out some paths, I think. I don't think we'll particularly use fences in this sort of area because I don't think we really have much need for them. Cobblestone? Or bricks? Wood? Terracotta? No, cobblestone. Let's stick with a grey theming. So paint the town over here, like this. You want to stick to the main areas. That is what's paved. Something like this, and then everything else can sort of just not have a path because I think I'll look too busy with paths otherwise. Something like that. I feel like this should be a bin. There was already a bin there. It feels really empty though, doesn't it? It feels like there should be something in the space, but I don't know what. Is there any sort of creative use we can use for fences here? Or that we'd even want to use? I mean, I guess we could put a park fence down. Like this. Oh, but how do you get in? All of this then needs to move, like, slightly inwards. Can you even navigate that? You can navigate. You can't even navigate this. What? I thought you could slide in. Oh, maybe you can't slide in half spaces outside? Okay, well, obviously we can't put these fences here then. Nonsensical at this rate. I guess we just don't have fences? I mean, we could put a fence here, but that's also misaligned, isn't it? Is there any good use of fences around here? I'm sure there are, but I can't see any, so we're still just going to leave things like this. I'm not super thrilled on this outside. I mean, honestly, it looks super empty. What if we just put the entire ground as cobblestone path? Well, that's an interesting thought. Should we see what that looks like? It's not like it's going to take particularly long to do so. But what if we the entire like square is like on stone ground, and then the path itself can be the other type of stone? It'd be better if this was like tarmac or something, wouldn't it? Because I think it feels so weird because it's on grass, which doesn't really make sense in my mind. But now it looks like it's a sort of cleared out space, an external arcade. Which I think, honestly, I think it makes it look a little bit better. Despite the fact it's a little bit overwhelming at the same time. Perhaps if we did a custom path it would be better, but I'm not going to draw a custom path. You're out of your mind, basically. If you think I'm going to do something like that, so maybe an arch tile for the actual path? Oh god. We can't, because why does it do that? Why does it not lay flush? Maybe it does if you do a square? It's a tough situation, isn't it? Why doesn't it lay flush? I'm actually kind of annoyed by that. Do any of them lay flush? Or are they all like this? Wow. Wow. Would you do something like this? Oh, I guess everything will just have to be a stone pavilion out here. It almost looks kind of intimidating like this. But realistically, it makes more sense. If you're going to build an outside arcade, you're not going to put everything on grass, are you? I wish you could have a fence here. I think a fence here kind of makes sense, but there's just no space to navigate things otherwise. Yeah, again, we could just put the fence there because it doesn't have to be practical, does it? So, sucks to you if you're gaming on this side, I suppose. It just looks better, like when it's walled off, doesn't it? It feels like it gives it more depth. I just don't understand why we can't sort of like slide on past. Oh, we missed a spot. Why can't we get out here? So it's one of those things where it's not about practicality first. We should also get rid of that fence up there. Let's go on, get rid of that one. We're going to rotate this one. Oh no, we're just going to leave it like that, and we are going to fill in that other space. Oh no. What? It's so annoying that... Can we move this entrance? Like, if we can move up the entire entrance like a little bit to the left, it would make more sense. Oh well. Time to decorate the inside. There's not really much we can do about that, so sorry, Claude. You're going to have to sort of clamber over chairs. But if only we can give you a slightly larger plot of land, it would make a bit more sense. But now to work on the inside, which is going to be significantly easier, methinks. Because now we don't have to concentrate on getting all this arcade stuff in. First, I want to get this gaming set up in. Black and blue? Yeah, black and blue. Desktop third person game. My word. Imagine having 4 things set up like this. What's this meant to be? Online role-playing game? Sim game? Rhythm game? I don't know why you need 4 screens for a rhythm game. Oh, is this Genethium? That's almost what it looks like. Stock trading? Digital audio workstation. We'll do third person game because I think its colours match a bit better. We'll put you in the corner. Shut up, Mum, I'm gaming. Turn this into blue. The blue and black. Black and blue. Do I want it facing this way? That's a good question. Maybe I want you over here. Because this is a sort of thing which perfectly fits in this sort of corner, doesn't it? Oh, this place doesn't have windows. Oh well. Let's have a gaming setup at the back. So we need that big TV. That huge TV. Could be bigger, to be honest. And we'll get a sofa sort of opposite it. Do you have a... Why do they all use a cool sofa? Why do they all use exactly the same furniture items? We'll get a table back here. We can put some snacks in, I'm sure. We'll get some consoles. If we can. Get the Animal Crossing Switch in here. The Joy-Con. So you're going to put your Switch here, of course. The Joy-Con probably should go on the wall if it can. Can it go on the wall? It can't? Why? Why? What is this? Is this a speaker? Upright speaker. That could be kind of nice. We can put this down. Do you have like a bluish version? I think it's the wrong shade of blue, but you know, we're committed to the blue now. Ooh, ooh! Listen to that, jazzy. You got to get some gamer fuel, some snacks in here. Sour cream chips. That's so specific. Sour cream chips. Obviously, you can get the Cheetos or whatever these are. Light blue, sure. Doesn't make any sense. It's not even right crisp on the outside there, but you know, sort of roll with it. We get a foosball table, as it's called. Oh, Ski Electrics in the corner. Oh, we can customize these. Yeah, sure. That looks a bit more bluish, doesn't it? Get the table football. Where is the table football? Here it is. I guess this is sort of like the game corner. I feel like it should be in the middle somewhere, shouldn't it? What if we just move everything forward like this? Can you put this... that doesn't make any sense. Hold on, can we customize this first? To make it a bit darker. Oh, or blue, that works. I feel like this should be here. Maybe the scale electric shouldn't be here at all. It looks so empty. I don't know, stacks of magazines behind you? That you've been reading? Or all of the same magazine, apparently. I thought it's like gaming, and I was like, how's Flowers gaming? Comics, I guess? Sure. Get stuff over here. I don't, there just needs to be more in here. How does it look so empty in here? There can be like storage things we put behind the sofa. Large magazine rack. Tables. What can we put down where? Surveillance camera? What? Hanging monitor? That seems excessive. Oh, you know, I do want to give you a hanging monitor in front of your gaming setup, so it's now like you got 7 screens or something. That just sounds insanely excessive, but also kind of funny. How many can we put in a row? This is so stupid. Imagine this being your gaming setup. 6 monitors. Perfect. All you need. Black, white, silver. And we are meant to be going with silver, but everything else is black, annoyingly. Error screen. None of these are games. Currency, security, weather forecast, operations. I guess one could be like your computer vitals. That's the wrong button. And the other one can be, you know, your Discord friends or something. All in a video meeting. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that gaming setup. It still looks really empty in it. Is it because... Maybe if we move a switch in front of here. It's because of this damn foosball table. I guess we can do it like this, because you can sort of slide through. We need something else in the center. Maybe we need a rug. That's what we need. Something on the floor. Simple, small blue mat. So just to tie things together, you know? Separate things out into different quadrants. A welcome mat? Sure. Seems cheesy enough it'd be in here. You know what? Let's put like a lava lamp or something in here. You need some lighting for one, and two also also maybe this should be like out here. Wait, hold on. Can you walk past that? You can. So the person here playing foosball will just be like completely pressed up against the wall, but I'm like making space, but I'm just not doing anything with it. It still looks really empty. That's because there's nothing going on in the center. That's because there's nothing that really makes sense to go on in the center. Wow, what can we do to alleviate this problem? Maybe we need to actually give you a bed. Maybe we put the bed in the corner and we put the foosball table in the center. Because this is where you want to stay, right? And then we can give you a little sort of like a bedside table. Oh yeah, hold on, you're not meant to be black, you're meant to be blue. Silver and blue, silver and blue. We need to customize them. I forgot we need to customize the other thing as well. Like, see, everyone wants exactly the same furniture set. Isn't it kind of weird? It's almost weird. The blues are actually honestly quite quite bright. So I don't think it looks great, but I just want to change things up from the black and red that we've been doing about 10 times in a row. Can we make this blue? Wow, you can't. That's the wrong shade of blue though, so we're not going to do that. And then we'll give you like a groovy little lava lamp or something, if that can go on the table. I'm not particularly convinced it can, but you got to give it a try. No, but it should be here anyway, you know. Or maybe we'll put it over here. And then we'll just give you a regular old lamp, I suppose, on this table then. Well, I suppose it doesn't have to be a lamp. What else would it be, though? Oh, you know, we should get one of these out here, if that makes sense. Another Switch? That makes sense. You just had another Nintendo Switch light out here. So you can game in your bed. Put a magazine rack, excuse me, a mini magazine stand at the foot of your bed. Switch up here. You wake up, immediately start gaming. A respectable lifestyle, to some extent. I guess we do black. Black and blue. More comics. I mean, this is looking better. I'm not thoroughly convinced that this doesn't somehow still feel surprisingly empty. But we'll, you know, it's something we can work on. You don't have like any storage space, I just realised, so we need to give you like some wall-mounted storage space, otherwise you're not going to be able to put things anywhere. So we've got the iron wall racks, which I guess we'll make a couple of them. We'll sort of offset them like this. These are the only two colours, and unfortunately you can't change what's on them for some unfathomable reason. Wait, what are the recommended things to put on the walls? What did you want? Party garden. Ooh, wall-mounted LED display. It's a streamer room, so you got to have sort of these things in the background, right? And you'll have like a backlight, this giant neon lamp. Do you have a bit of a darker blue one? Yeah, there you go. Perfect? Is that perfect? I don't know. You're not going to be able to get to sleep, because isn't it like blue light is, like keeps you up and stuff? you are not going to be able to fall asleep. I'm very sorry, Claude, but who needs sleep when you can game instead? Okay, you don't have any ceiling lamps. You have none? Weird. You actually have nothing hanging from the ceiling apart from the wall monitor. That honestly doesn't make any sense to me. So we're going to give you some simple shaded lamps. Can we make it silver? It's not an option. Okay, black's good enough. Is it? What if you were just like too lazy to even put in one, so you just have a hanging light bulb? That seems pretty on brand. It looks okay. I think we need something here in the back left corner. I want something on the wall here. Wait, can we customize that LED screen? We can. Hearts, ticks, crosses, drink, microphone, open, smile, pattern. Let us do... Oh, weird. What would be the most game-like? It's a good question. I don't think it's a good answer. Stars? Cool? That does not translate particularly well. Mosaic, whoa. I'm just trying to think, what would like a streamer have in the background? It'd have like some pulsating lights or something like this. Weird. Ah, this is all very strange. It's hard to say. Maybe we just stick with these. Stick with star. Microphone? Doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Sort of star. Just put them all across the back. This is such a noisy room now. I don't know if I made it better. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I think this actually kind of sucks. But we're going to roll with it because, you know, whatever. As long as you're happy, Claude. What's up, Hopalong? Ooh, are you done? It's ready. Yay, it's all finished. You're the best, Hopalong. You really worked hard on it too. That means a lot to me. Thank you. We've been spending longer and longer, I suppose, with each of these customizations. Unintentionally so, might I add. But here we are. Don't turn away now. We are the warriors who have built this town. It is a gaming paradise. You certainly can say that. You know, with your 6-monitor computer setup, you got your Switch. That's the only game console you have access to because it's a Nintendo game after all. Everything is just so bright all the time. You have no natural light. Please, maybe take vitamin D supplements or something, Claude. I worry for your skin. And outside, you just got more gaming. I suppose you can invite tons of people around to game as well, if you so desired. And if you don't, then I don't really know what to say. Thanks so much. Hey, you should take a picture. It looks super cool because you're cool and you coordinated with stuff. Yes, I'll take photos. Yay, take as many as you want. Let me know when you're done. Let's first coordinate you, Claude. You've got to sit. Like, where else could you even possibly sit? We'll change your outfit to something more gamer ready. Yeah, flashy cardigan. No. Print layered shirt. Sure. Yeah? Maybe? I don't know. I don't really think all that hard about it. Wait, do we not have access to any more accessories and stuff? How do we get more headgear and accessories? In Happy Home Paradise, not the actual game. Okay, what angle? I think we want like this sort of angle. As long as you can't see the stars, it actually looks kind of nice, this room. I definitely should not put the starboards on. Okay, so get rid of myself. Zoom out a little bit. Perhaps a bit of a higher angle compared to usual. Looky here, Claude. Claude? Claude? Again, ignoring me. Claude, stop reading your magazine. Claude! Oh, okay, boom. Let's try to find the angle. Something like this. This feels too high up. Something like this. Sure. I don't know. Get paid, get out. This place is not the greatest. Not my greatest, but I bet you'll be. You work really hard. Anyway, need something? I'm heading back. Get me out of here. As long as you're happy, I'm happy, Claude, but I think I could have certainly done better. I thought arcade would be really fun, but it turns out everything's very noisy. Welcome back. You just keep doing great work, don't you? Before I forget, here's your paper note 6,000 Pokey. Thank you very much. I'll spend it on another chandelier, I suppose, tomorrow. Oh, and Nika let me know he'd like to talk with you. Now's as good time as for any to... I forgot to polish things. There's too many things to do. Why not go chat with him? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter polishing things. No, I don't think there's anything I'd particularly want to polish, maybe. Except for maybe the arcades. And plus I couldn't access half of the things anyway. Everything was just blocked off. Who is the new villager who is visiting the island? Oh, you're Azalea, right? This place is quite lively. If you're still here, I'll do you tomorrow. She's the new one. She was in the original Animal Forest or whatever. But now she's back here. Oh, Nico. Yo, looking for a boat ride? Huh? Lottie sent you to talk to me? What could that be about? Oh, right. So glad she remembered. I did have something else to talk to you about. Check out the bottle. I was just walking along the beach and boom, free bottle. You never know what the islands are going to give you. Anyway, I had something inside that I'd never seen before. I've been trying to figure out what it is. Oh, a recipe. Hey, you're a worldwide visitor. Maybe you can help. It's a recipe. For what? Here it is. Any ideas? Oh, sure, that's... Oh, really? A recipe for DIY crafting? I've heard of that before. I mean, I enjoy building and working with my hands and stuff, so I know about DIY. Just never seen a recipe. Well, mystery solved, thanks to you, dear. Here, you can have a recipe. Thanks for the knowledge. Oh, thanks. What could it even be?
I'm so glad you finally put 2 and 2 together for me. I heard a lot about DIY recipe from tourists. Huh, maybe I should be a tourist one day. Get away from the islands for a little bit. Heh, enough daydreaming. Tell Lottie, thanks for a reminder.
What do you give me a recipe for? A sauna heater? No, not shell reef. We had that. A glowing moss stool. Oh. Interesting. I think with that, we'll probably round off this episode. Yeah. We'll head back to our place. Fawnhollow. We'll bury the gyroid. And then we'll round off this episode. Stretch. Okay. So the customization was a bit weird today. I don't think I really felt it as I felt some of the other ones. But that's perhaps my lack of creativity. I'm sure other people have made much more interesting arcades, but I think I got a little bit locked into the blue and silver colour scheme and didn't always work out, unfortunately. I suppose making everything a cobblestone pavilion probably wasn't the greatest idea, but also, like, I don't think the grass fits. But there needs to be more metropolis-like island areas you can select. Too many of them are so natural, but there's not... a lot of the customization options aren't particularly natural. So it might just be like, why don't you just give him like a normal garden? Like, I don't know. I kind of want to use the themed furniture. Maybe that's my own sort of I'm being too stuck in my own ways. Oh well. We'll round off this episode here then. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Day Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join my Day Darling Discord. Follow me on Twitter down below. Hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time. Bye bye for now.